Hello students, welcome to this online biology class. So today we will complete the observation journal. So in last class we learned about parts of plants. Okay, so did you all perform the activity at home? Can you share your observations? Now let's see observations. You will complete the observation journal in your notebook. Observation. Our first observation, observe the petals. And next cut the stem in half and observe it. And here what you will feel? Answer is observe the petals. Petals have turned faintly red. And cut the stem in half and observe it. We observed stem has tube-like structures which are red in color. Next conclusion. In conclusion, the white colored flower changes to a red color when you cut the stem in half. It appears red in color from inside as well. This shows that water moves through the stem to the other parts of the plant. Students, we saw the video in our previous class that when we put a stem of flower, white flower in red ink, the color of white flower is changed into red, right? Next, we will read about parts of a leaf. See here, a plant is made up of many different parts. Similarly, a leaf is also made up of many parts. Okay, students, you can see here that there are many parts in a leaf. These parts are, first is apex, stomata, lamina, petiole, midrib and vein. Let us look at each part one by one. First part is petiole. So in this picture you can see petiole attaches the leaf to the stem. Next, origin and meaning of the term petiole. So you can see the meaning of petiole is little foot. And in origin we can say Latin petioles. Next, apex, the tip of the leaf, we call apex. Apex means peak, tip. For example, you can see here. Next part is lamina. Lamina, broad green part of the leaf. Meaning of lamina is thin sheet of material. Means broad part. Next is vein. Transports water and minerals within the leaf and provides support. Venation means the action or process of doing things. For example, veins in our body. So, the arrangement of veins in leaf is known as venation. Okay. So, there are two types of venation. First is reticulate and second is parallel. There are two types of venation. Types of venation, reticulate. In reticulate venation, there is a network of veins all over the leaf. You can see here reticulate venation. So there is a network of veins all over the leaf. Reticulate means net-like. Next type is parallel. In parallel venation, all the veins are in straight lines, parallel to each other. We can call parallel venation. So parallel means straight, alongside. Para means alongside and allos means one another. Next part is midrib, the main vein at the center of a leaf. Midrib is main vein at the center of a leaf, we call midrib. So midrib means the middle part. Rib means stem, middle part of stem. Next is stomata, the pores on the leaf through which exchange of gases occurs. You can see in picture the pores on the leaf, we call stomata, through which exchange of gases occurs. So stomata means mouth. Students, these are the parts: apex, stomata, lamina, vein, midrib. So students, All leaves have the same basic structure, a midrib, an edge, veins and a petiole. Okay, the main function of a leaf is to carry out photosynthesis, which provides the plant with the food it needs to survive. So plants provide food for all life on the planet. Now tell me, what is the flat part of leaf is called? We called lamina. Okay, it is the green, flat and broad part of a leaf. So what is petiole? Petiole is a stalk that connects the lamina with the leaf base. So there are three main parts of a leaf. First is lamina, leaf base and petiole. So what is the main function of a leaf? To produce food for the plant by photosynthesis. Okay. Now open SB3, getting to know plants, concept time 2, function of the stem. Let's read. This stem helps to move the water that is absorbed by roots or upwards to other parts of plant. The stem also transports food made by the leaves to other parts of plant where it is stored. The stem bears leaves, buds, flower and fruits. So next is parts of a leaf are, we already read, petiole, lamina, midrib, leaf, venation and stomata. So in petiole, attach the leaf to the stem. Lamina, the broad green part of leaf, and midrib is the main vein in the center of leaf. You can see in this figure. Leaf venation, the pattern of lines on the leaf, we call leaf venation. And in stomata, the pores on the leaf through which exchange of gases and loss of water occurs. Next, you will do practice question 3.1. Label the parts of the leaf in figure 7 and write the type of venation in A and B in figure 8. Now let us see answer for practice question 3. You can see first part is apex and next is stomata, next lamina, next is petiole and other hand is midrib and veins. Okay. In next figure, venation is of two types. First is reticulate and second figure is of parallel. Next, I will ask you question, what do leaves do? Leaves have two functions. First is transpiration and photosynthesis. So we will be learning about transpiration today and photosynthesis in next class. Okay. Your first question is, what is the difference between these two plants? See here, what is the difference? So the leaves of first plant are healthy and the leaves of this plant are drooping. Okay. So can you think of a reason why? Because this plant is healthy because it is well watered, and the leaves of this plant are drooping because it is not watered well. Right? Next, loss of water in humans and plants. Just as we lose water through sweet, plants lose water vapor through their leaves. So this process is called transpiration. You can see in this figure, water vapor lost from the stomata on leaves. So students, transpiration is the process of water movement through a plant and its evaporation from aerial parts such as leaves, stems and flowers. So water is necessary for plants, but only a small amount of water taken up by the roots is used for growth and metabolism. Okay. So why is transpiration important for humans? The humans inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. The balance of the ecosystem runs its natural process, and transpiration is responsible for keeping this universal process. Okay. Next, stomata. Stomata are the pores on the leaf through which transpiration occurs. Now you will practice question 4 on SB5, 4.1 and 4.2. In 4.1, from which part do plants lose water, and in 4.2, is the transpiration higher during the night or the day? Explain why. So these are two questions. you will solve. Next we will read concept time 4, photosynthesis. Plants are a special organism because they have the ability to produce their own food. All other living beings are dependent on plants and animals for their nutritional needs. Plants can prepare their own food using sunlight, carbon dioxide from air and water from soil. So this process is called photosynthesis. You can see in this picture. Plants prepare their food through the process of photosynthesis. So we will discuss about photosynthesis in our next class, okay? But you will read about this concept time 4. Now let us see answer for practice question 4. In 4.1, from which part do plants lose water? Answer is plants lose water through the stomata present on leaves. Right? Next question 4.2. Is transpiration higher during the night or the day? Explain why. Answer is transpiration is higher during the day because the sun shines during the day, resulting in more water evaporation. Lesser water evaporates from the leaf during the night as it is cooler. So students, you will write this question on your notebooks. So today we learned about the different part of leaf and their functions. Transpiration, which is the loss of water through small openings on the leaf called stomata. And for your homework, you will do question 3.1 and 3.2 on SB4. 3.2 and 3.3 you will do on your notebook and SB4. Okay. So, okay, bye students and have a happy learning. Thank you.